Well, you said something earlier, Coach, that I want to revisit because I sometimes summarize that there has been more change in college sports in the last 3 years than in the first 3 decades that I covered it combined.
Mhm.
And you mentioned your inability to turn the program around because your hands were tied, right? You're signing all these high school guys. And you still do some of that, obviously. But when I look at your starting lineup today, you mentioned Drew Pember, formerly of Tennessee. You have a Murray State transfer, a Hofstra transfer, a VCU transfer, a Citadel transfer. Clearly, your handling of the transfer portal has been one of the fundamental integral elements of your turnaround.
Sure.
My question is it less complicated to evaluate most players because you've seen them against a college caliber level of competition versus I know some high school players play with and against really high caliber, but others, they're kind of the big fish in the small pond. Is it easier for you to evaluate? And I don't know, maybe other things are more complicated with the transfer portal when you're seeing 100 names in there.
Yeah, that is a great question, and you should they should let you lead a panel on this because questions like that, I'm telling you, I'll answer that two ways. Yes, from a basketball perspective, in my opinion, it is way easier to evaluate because you know the level of competition.
Yeah.
You go to an AAU event in Las Vegas at an 8 a.m. game and you evaluate, it's not the same. Here's the challenge that I find, David, is evaluating the character, evaluating the things around them. And you know, obviously everybody wants high character. Everybody, that's what you win with is character. And long story short, the transfer portal has made these recruitments and put them in a microwave because they're only lasting a few weeks. So the amount of time that you have to evaluate those outside entities, right? Sometimes it's just a leap of faith.
Yeah.
You know, the talent's easy. I mean, come on, I can turn the computer on, tell you in 30 minutes whether the guy can play or not. But it's all the things that you got to deal with this time of year. You know, how's a kid going to react if he's playing 14 minutes and not 21 or scoring 8 instead of 3 or whatever it is? Though, to me, that's the greatest challenge with the portal. Maybe some coaches, you know, it's not as big of a deal for them, but here it is. We're at a unique place in a unique part of the country where, you know, we just can't take anyone in terms of, you know, school and things of that nature. So that part is what I find to be the biggest challenge. And like you said, we've not batted 1,000 with that, but you know, all 5 of my guys are transfers in terms of our starting lineup. So